Metaphysical Books, Part 1. The Holographic Universe by Michael Talbot. One of the things that I love the most about this book is how much of the material is sourced. He cites his sources, like the last 20 pages are all sourced material. But it's essentially describing how the physical reality we live in works like a hologram. You know, one of the stories that I love in there is about this person with split personality disorder, and it talks about how like they can change, their eyes colors can change in an instant. You know, different scars will appear and disappear within an instant. And one story is about this guy who's allergic to bees. He's, you know, in the middle of his session with his therapist, boom, gets stung by a bee, starts having an allergic reaction. They drive to the hospital. You know, on the way there, she's like, oh wait, I know one of his personalities is not allergic to bees. So she does what she needs to do to bring that personality to the forefront. Boom, swelling goes down. They get to the doctor's office. The doctor's like, I can't do anything for you. You know what I mean? Because you're not having a reaction. And so they leave. And then on the way home, his regular personality comes to the forefront. He starts swelling up again. So they turn right back around and go to the doctor's office, and he takes care of him. But essentially, it's talking about how, you know, these people can alter their DNA within an instant, but it's because their personality, and so their thoughts and beliefs, core beliefs and everything, change within an instant. And so we all can access and change and alter our physical reality just as drastically, but we have to also alter our mind just as drastically in order to have that effect within this real world. So for example, like when I was growing up, you know, I was the shortest kid in every school I ever went to. I was never supposed to be taller than 5'6", ever. You know, I was short. And when I was 15, we had to read this book in school, and I don't even remember anything about the book except for the very beginning, first chapter. Kid turns 16, wakes up, he knows his parents are getting him a Jeep, he's not worried about that. He just wanted to be 6 foot tall. So he measures himself on his birthday, boom, he's exactly 6 foot tall. And it blew my mind. I was like, I never knew height could be a goal. I always thought I was supposed to be this short kid. So I made height a goal. I was like, I want to be 6 foot. I want to be 6 foot. And within a year and a half, or within a year, I grew a foot and a half. And I was 6'3", all of a sudden, out of nowhere. And so I went from having to play point guard to having to play in the post. You know, I didn't even know what the hell it meant to post up. And so essentially, leading geneticist Bruce Lipton talks about how our DNA can respond in one of 8 ways, depending on any one of our great-grandparents. So come to years later, you know, I'm the tallest person in my family now. You know, nobody's taller than me. But I meet a cousin from Alabama on my grandmother's side, because on my grandmother on my father's side, they're all from Alabama. Meet a cousin from there, and he's taller than me. I'm like, oh man, I thought I was tallest one in the family. You taller than me. He's like 6'6". He's like, oh man, I'm one of the shortest ones down there. And so I was able to shift that DNA that determines my height from any one of the other 8 over to the one that had the height, and now I'm tall.